Hey guys, Neo here and welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you another top 10. This is going to be my top 10 underrated weapons of TF2. And the reason why it is 10 is because I'm going to do one melee weapon and one per class. That is the format we're going to go with on this video. So it's not really a top 10 in any order, it's just the top 10 in the classes order, if that makes any sense. So it's the top 1 per class. Anyway guys, let's get started with the video.
Yes!
So in the number 10 slot, we have the conscientious objector, also known as the sign. This, in my opinion, is like the baby brother of the frying pan. It doesn't get enough love, and it probably should get a little bit more love. The main reason why I think it should get more love is because you can put whatever picture you want onto the sign. You want to put a golden frying pan on it? Sure, if you want to silently abuse someone over TF2, sure, if that's your thing, go for it. Also, this weapon seems to get as much crits as the frying pan, and who doesn't love crits?
Yes!
In the number 9 slot, we have the Fan of War, an extremely underrated scout melee weapon. What this weapon does is if you hit somebody, it deals mini crits to them for a small amount of time, which is basically the Girardi for scout. This weapon is a very team-oriented weapon, and has the ability, like Girardi, to make targets much easier to take down for the rest of your team, giving you and your teammates an extra 33% damage boost to the target. A great way to use this weapon is to combine it with the Mad Milk, which also gives you a 60% healing of whatever damage you dealt, and with this weapon you're going to be dealing a lot of damage. In fact, a perfect meat shot with this weapon, which deals 150 damage, will give you about 80 HP. That is an absolutely huge amount of HP for Scout, and can change the tides of the battle, and your survivability.
Yes!
In the number 8 slot, we have the Battalion's Backup, which is the most underrated backpack in the game. I know most people run the Buff Banner or the Conjurer, but this weapon deserves some love too. This weapon on Horn Blown gives you a 35% damage reduction from all sources, and a 50% damage reduction from sentries. This is for you and or your team that are nearby. Plus, this weapon also gives you a 20 health boost, which may not sound like much, but could be the difference between life and death for you and your medic. So next time you go to strap on a backpack, put on the Battalion's Backup and give it a whirl.
Yes!
In the number 7 slot for Pyro, we have the Back Scratcher, or should I say...
Scratcher! Butt scratcher! Get your butt scratcher here!
Thanks, Peter. So in the number 7 slot, we have the Butt Scratcher. This garden tool gives you an extra 25% damage bonus, 50% from health packs, and negative 75% healers from wearer. However, with this weapon you're not going to really want any healers. You're going to be running around as a solo pyro, sneaking up on people, and using those health packs to their full advantage. Coupling this with the backburner and the detonator makes you one sneaky pyro, making you able to get in places that you normally would not as pyro, and people say, how the hell did he get there? As most pyro melee weapons, this is basically a straight upgrade from the original Fire Axe, so there is no reason to not give it a go.
Yes!
So originally in the Demo Man spot, I had the Iron Bomber. I recently changed that. I was going to put the Iron Bomber in here, and then I realized how bad it actually was, and it needs a buff, because it is underpowered, and is basically a straight downgrade from the stock launcher and the loose cannon, which I'm going to be talking about. So the loose cannon is a very weird weapon to learn how to use. You gotta time the explosion so you hit them with the actual impact and then the explosion straight after, creating a double donk. The main reason why I love this weapon so much, and I think it is underused, is because listen to that sound. That is a beautiful sound. Why would you not want to hear that when you hit someone and deal massive amounts of damage? Also with this weapon, you can cannon jump. Yes, I said it right, you can cannon jump. It costs you a lot of health, but it's quite fun and very difficult to master. So chuck it on your Demo Man loadout and go have some fun.
Yes!
Now Heavy is a tricky case. Heavy doesn't have a lot of weapons, unfortunately. For him, he's just basically got his miniguns, which only the stock is really decent. His secondary weapons include the sandwich, a shotgun and another slightly worse shotgun, and the steak sandwich. And in his melee weapons, everyone only uses the gloves of running urgently. But, what if I told you there was another good heavy weapon that no one actually uses? Yes, I'm talking about the Fists of Steel. These fists give you reduced damage from all range sources while active and gives you 100% increased damage from all melee sources. However, normally when using these, not many people realize that you've got them out, or people don't realize that they do anything and just continue shooting at you, dealing almost no damage. These are an extremely useful tool when trying to play the sneaky stealth heavy and trying to surprise everybody from behind. And if someone spots you, they're probably not going to be able to do much damage because of the 40% damage reduction. And that is why Fist of Steel is my most underrated heavy weapon.
Yes!
In the number 4 slot, we have the Widowmaker for the Engineer. A lot of people are going to say, well, the Widowmaker is used a lot of the time, but a lot of people only really run the Widowmaker when you're running Combat Engineer. I think it works either way. You can run Combat Engineer or you can run Defensive Engineer. As long as you have a buddy with you that is protecting your sentry, like a Pyro or something, you can go absolutely rampant with Widowmaker. And you will be totally fine because you got someone protecting your sentry while you're going out and grabbing more metal. Also with this weapon, you never have to reload. Absolutely never. And it makes it actually a straight upgrade from stock if you don't actually count into sentries and metal and all that kind of stuff. So next time you go to Engineer and put on your stock shotgun, actually put on the Widowmaker, and you'll have a lot of fun while doing it.
Yes!
The Medic is another one of those classes where all the weapons are either very good or very bad. However, when I do play Medic, I get a lot of people telling me that this weapon is very bad and it shouldn't be used, and then we go on to win the game for some reason. I'm not sure why this is, but this weapon is the quick fix. This weapon is absolutely amazing when pocketing soldiers or demo men or even scouts. Yes, you can pocket a scout with this weapon. And normally, if you already have a medic, you should use this weapon because you can quickly heal your friendly medic, and you can also heal your teammates back up to full HP very, very easily. And in most cases, a lot faster than a normal medigun. Yes, the Uber is not that great, but unless you're taking a massive amount of burst damage in one hit, you're probably just going to continue living because, you know, that's just the way that this weapon works. And being able to follow your demo man or your soldier when they rocket jump is also another great thing in the game, and it is super, super fun.
Yes!
Now a lot of people are going to be like, why did you pick this weapon for the sniper? There is so many other better sniper weapons, how could you do such a thing? Unsubscribe, dislike. However, in my opinion, the piss rifle, or the Sydney sleeper as some people call it, this is not what Sydney looks like, by the way guys, I'm Australian, this is not Sydney. Anyway, on to this, because a lot of you are still going to be confused about my choice with this weapon. It is a support weapon. The sniper is a support class. Now this may not get the kills that you need, however, if there is an enemy right in front of you, you've got a teammate with you, you've got like a scout with you, if you can put this Girardi on them, they will probably die because you can switch to your SMG or your melee weapon and just destroy them. Now, it may not be the most effective way to kill people, but this is an underrated weapon. Not all these weapons are going to be useful in every single situation, because like I said, this is an underrated list. This is not the best weapons in the game. These are just weapons I think people just look down upon, for basically just no reason. So what I'm saying is go out and use a Sydney Sleeper. And like all weapons here, I'm sure you'll have some fun while doing it.
Yes!
And in number 1, we have the stock Revolver for Spy. A lot of people are going to be very confused to why I put a stock weapon on this list, but hear me out for this, hear me out. So, everyone when playing Spy always picks the Ambassador or the Enforcer, and everyone just shafts aside the stock weapon like it's a downgrade from these other two weapons. However, coming to actually use it with the Invisiwatch and just the full stock loadout, I have found a lot of love for this weapon, and I thoroughly enjoy using it over any other weapon in the game. It's just so satisfying when you actually kill someone with this weapon, because it is a secondary for Spy. A lot of people don't realize, but your primary as a Spy is the knife. It deals the most damage, it does everything better than the gun would do. So basically the Revolver is for picking off those enemies at a distance with low health, or if you fail a stab, you can go ahead and try and shoot them in the face and see if you can kill them that way. This is truly one of my most underused weapons, and I never ever think to put it on. I played 30 hours of Spy without actually touching this weapon, always using either the Enforcer, the Latranga, or the almighty sniper gun, the Ambassador. So next time you go to play as Spy, go ahead and use the Invisiwatch and the stock Enforcer. It is a great loadout to use, and that is why it is the default Spy loadout. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I didn't actually expect you to get this far, so here's a banana on the screen. Yep, there you go. Banana, that's what you get for watching the whole video. So if you enjoyed these videos, please leave a like. I normally don't ask this, but these videos take me a lot more time to complete, and I would appreciate your support. And if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. You know, it's free, and it's never going to change. It's always going to stay free. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you around soon.